1, 2. Ndiqonda ukukhangela lena.
Can we start now? Can we all call those who are other side so that we can start with our program? Can we call those who are finishing the tea and coffee so that we can start with our program? All those who are in the program, they must come here. Mama, go back. Chairperson. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Can we start with our program? Can we start with our program? Can we all rise up and ask Umamungonyini just a short prayer for those who have been affected by the COVID-19? Just pray for us so that we release them smoothly. Over to you, Umamungonyini. Thank you very much, Councillor Gonyeni, for opening this gathering with a prayer. Good mornings once more, everyone. My name is Bonisile Manqoweni. I'm the Mayor Speaker of Blue Crane Road Municipality. I'll be the program director for this program of today. I'll be taking you through the journey. You must just fasten your belt, because the road is going to be bumpy and we are going to run, we are going to push. You know, when the MEC is there, he doesn't want a program which is going to take a long time. We are going to invite the Honorable Mayor of Blue Crane to do the welcoming. Over to you, Mayor Manqoweni. Honorable MEC, Tatumvoko, Executive Mayor of the District, Mamuke Khan, all councillors which are present in this gathering, Honorable Member of National Legislature, Mamufako, all politicians who are in this gathering, the chairperson of the board, Tatutai, all members of the board who are present in this gathering, the CEO, Dr. Sunshine, the official from the office of the MEC, the official from the different stakeholders, which include departments and the PCRM, members of the public who are present here. It takes me a great pleasure to welcome you here in Blue Crane Root Municipality in this special launch of the Industrial Park. This launch takes place against the backdrop of many developments, both nationally and international. The global world is facing a ravaging pandemic that is not only destroying economy, but also taking so many lives. South African economy, like many other economies in the world, is being beaten by this epidemic. The situation in local, it shows that a lot of efforts need to be done in order to improve the economy. The poverty level at PCRM are high. Currently, we are sitting at 46.1% in terms of population of unemployment. The launch of this industrial park is welcome relief. It's going to be the welcome relief for us at the municipality. We view this industrial park as a catalyst for broader economic and industrial development. This initiative will serve to breathe a new life to our communities here at Blue Crane. It will go a long way in creating conducive environment for companies to create a more needed job opportunities and grow the economy of this area. We'd like to see the initiative contributed to economic growth, diversification of economic activities, and attracting more investment, whose spin-off must be the job creation. The development of this manufacturing and must also promote economic transformation. Those who were previously disadvantaged economically must also benefit from this initiative. We'd like to see black industrialists taking advantage of this opportunity and become the part of the mainstreaming the economy. For us as a municipality, the creation of jobs will mean the increase in terms of the ability to household to pay services. It will also mean our community will not only look at the municipality in terms of job opportunities. May I take this opportunity to thank the DCAD for facilitating this development. It started long time ago, whilst the Honorable MEC was still the CEO of the CDA. I would also like to thank the MEC for ensuring that this development was realized. CDA, board members, departments, everyone who have contributed to make this thing to be realized today. We pledge as a PCRM to service and maintain the infrastructure MEC. We'll engage our communities to desist from vandalizing this precious infrastructure which is going to be installed here. In a few words, I welcome everyone. We are welcome in this gathering. Thank you very much. Let me take this opportunity and thank the Honorable Mayor for welcoming us in this gathering. I'm giving over to the program director to continue with his program. Now it's time for me to recognize who is here in this gathering. In our midst, we have our Honorable MEC, MEC Utatumvoko. MEC, just raise your hand so that they can see you, those who don't know. In our midst, we have the chairperson of the board, Mr. Tai. Just raise your hand to see you. In our midst, we have, on my right side, Executive Mayor of the District, Umamukekana. Can you raise your hand, they see you. In our midst, we have Umama Ukubek, who's a member of the board also, Mama Ukubek. We are fortunate here at Blue Crane. We have Honorable Mamufa from the National Legislature. There's also Honorable from, I don't know whether it's provincial or national. But we welcome you, Honorable, who are here in this gathering also. Let me also acknowledge our politicians, which has been led by the Chief Whip of the PCRM, Councillor Yantolo, Councillor Brown, the senior, Councillor Brown. It's a family thing, this thing at PCRM. Councillor Nel, and then Councillor Martin, Councillor Kakaka, Councillor Kwacha, Councillor Songwan. Let me also acknowledge our members who are coming from the different departments, the DEA, PCRM, and other stakeholders. As we are going with our program, we'll be handing over to the chairperson of the board, Mr. Tai, to give us the purpose of the event, why we are here. Over to you, Mr. Tai. Can you give me a round of applause, please?
Thank you, Chairperson of the session, and good morning to all present today. My task is simple. I need to tell you why you are here, the purpose of our being together. And the purpose is very simple. We are celebrating a victory. We are celebrating a victory that has been long in the making. So let me start with protocol and ask of the program director to allow me to recognize the following stakeholders present here today. The Deputy Minister of Trade and Industry, the Honorable Fikile Majola, who is not physically with us, but there is an engagement on his behalf. The Member of the Executive Council, Honorable Mvoko from the DEAT. Our Members of Parliament, the Honorable Gancho and Princess Faku. Sarah Baartman District Municipality, the Executive Mayor, Eunice Kakana, and councillors of Sarah Baartman District Municipality. The chairperson of the session, the Speaker and Mayor of Blue Crane Municipality, and all the councillors, the DEAT management, the South African Police Service, members of the public, and especially the members of the local business fraternity. I acknowledge your presence and I welcome you as well. Now, we started the agency in 2012 and we started operations in 2014. At that time, the MEC was the CEO, and their main task was to put in place the operational mechanisms, the infrastructure, and the policies. And as you would know, that is a painstaking and a long process. That has been done, and we have arrived at this point. At this point where we can truly say that the development agency is an agile, willing, well-skilled entity that can drive economic development for the district. Now, as much as you are technically competent and you have a willingness, you cannot achieve a functional development agency without dependable, stable political leadership. And that leadership has come to us by the Sarah Baartman District Municipality Troika, who supported the agency when times were tough and people were asking hard questions of us, legitimate questions. People were getting impatient that we invest and where's the return on investment? And we took a long time. And I've dealt with this before. But the Troika stood by us because they realized that when you deal with infrastructure development, with catalytic investments, you don't invest today and show a return tomorrow. It's a long-term commitment. And they stood with us, and it took many years for us to arrive at this point of one significant victory. So I want to publicly acknowledge that support and commend the political stability of our district municipality, because that's a key ingredient if you want to catalyst economic development. The current management team has now inherited this infrastructure and this operational systems. So now they need to implement. And today's gathering is proof that that implementation has started. Briefly, we are focusing on 4 main tasks as the current leadership of the District Development Agency. We forge links with national departments to link up to their programs, especially their funded mandates. We engage with our local stakeholders, the private sector, because you cannot do this alone. Not you, not us. We have to be a coordinated collective. We continue, Madam Mayor, to forge our international relations. Dr. Albert Yu was here, our point man with our relations with China. The CEO is dealing with Germany and Switzerland. And in due course, we will release more information about those engagements. Not too long ago, the mayor visited us and imprinted on us the following to say, all your programs are good and well and we support that. This district is facing a major water crisis. So she requested the agency to put special emphasis on that. We are in the process of recruiting technical experts to put together this district-wide mega plan to decisively deal with our water shortage and the water crises that erupts from time to time. We need to resolve this once and for all, because water is life. Everything depends on water. We have engaged with Road University and Makanda municipality. We are establishing an incubation hub where we take ideas from especially young entrepreneurs, we link it up with research from the university, and we incubate those programs. That program is well on its way, and we need 100 million rand to fully operationalize that, but we are busy with that. The issue of exporting of beef from our district to China is ongoing. Dr. Yu is here, he's driving that project. That is a massive opportunity for both subsistence and commercial farmers, so that we access the Chinese market and we bring in that valuable foreign currency that our districts so need. We have put up a high quality airport, and we've had some unfortunate incidents with that. And it would be a miss of us as leadership not to address that. The industrial park, this coming infrastructure in the airfield, is an asset of this community. If something is your asset, you embrace it, you support it, and you protect it. I'm very happy to see a strong presence of the South African Police Service here, many councillors. I must implore everybody here to embrace this investment, because it is such a catalytic investment into this area. I mean, you sit on an area which is, I think, unique in the world. You have, within a 20 square meter radius, you have 4 biomes. This mountain is a massive asset, and the infrastructure that we're bringing is to unlock various sectors of what you already have. So it takes the local business to take charge of the task given unto them last night by the MEC to say, organize yourself into a business chamber, make it all inclusive, have a focus, partner with the local municipality, and the Keynote Development Agency will be your dependable partner on this journey. I thank you.
Let's give him again a round of applause, please. Thank you very much, Chairperson of the board, for outlining and also emphasizing the issue of the community of Blue Crane must take care of their assets. We need not to vandalize these assets. Currently, we are sitting with the airfield, which has been vandalized in terms of the fencing. It is upon us to make sure that what has happened in the airfield doesn't repeat here in this industrial park. We should take the ownership of our assets. The government cannot afford each and every asset where there will be a security. As a committee members, we need also to be security in terms of our assets. Thank you very much, Chairperson, for your information and also instruction. Can you go down with our program? Now I'll be calling the executive mayor of the Sarah Batman District Municipality to give us a message of support. Umama Ukekane. Ungamdeleli umbone mfutshane. Hayo into ezawuphuma apha ivuthiwe. Over to you. Masimqabeleni izandla phefana.
Emisisi yatshisa ezi zinto. Yo. Inene zenze nezipectacles ungaboni kube ngathi uneswekile. Let me start with you, MEC, although Mayor, you tend to be the MEC also. Our Honorable MEC, Tatumvoko, Member of Parliament, Mamufako, the councillors are with us. I thought MEC will all be here so that we know exactly what our mandate is and how we need to forge it forward. The board members, or I'll say the directors, the chair is here, Mamam Goduka with her legal expertise in the board is here, Umamo Kuberg in a higher position that can make us to be the game changer is here with us. Utatutai I've already identified, as well as the Chief Executive Officer, Dr. Blow. I know there are others who are coming from the District Development Agency. The office of the MEC that is led by the DG, and also the office of Sarah Bartman, the officials are here. The office of the mayor is here. So we are all here, as well as media. MEC, as we have already alluded yesterday night, this is something that we'll never forget. Because we need to start somewhere in order to get somewhere. Today, as I'm welcoming everybody, my apology if I didn't identify you. That is why it is best to say protocol observed. We are here today assembled under the foot of Boschberg Mountains. A city city Kukwano Joli. The purpose, correctly as it was said, it is to chart the way forward for post-COVID-19 economic recovery for the area. Honorable MEC and guests, it is proper for me, before we can start anything, to give respect and thanks to all those who are our fourth liners on the work that they've done. They've sacrificed themselves. They forgot about themselves. They acted selfless in order to save the people of our district. In those roadblocks, during the nights, in order to make sure no one comes in, not to come in, not to spread the virus, but to flatten the curve. Honorable MEC and guest, as I'm talking today, we had a meeting yesterday whereby the stats on COVID-19 were pronounced. These stats were up to the 10th of September. When we started testing, we had a number of 35,673 in the district. Positive cases, which gives us a 17% of the number, is 6,159. Recoveries, that is why I thank all those who took broad steps in order to flatten the curve. We are at 94.6% on recoveries, which gives us 5,824. Active cases, 111, and that is 1.8%. Deaths, which we did not expect, and we did not want to have any deaths, but unfortunately, we do have deaths. They are 224, which is 3.6%, of which as a district, we always extend a word of sympathy to all those families that have lost their loved ones because of the pandemic or the virus. In the district as well as Blue Crane, our state has decreased. Honorable MEC, we used to say, how do they do it? A Blue Crane, a Johnsonville, a Kokama. But it was just 1 week and the numbers increased. But I must say, there's a drastic regression that we have experienced at Blue Crane, of which we always say, as we say that we flatten the curve, we manage the extension of the virus or the spread of the virus. Please, let's keep on in implementing the lockdown regulations. Keep the distance, have your mask on, always wash your hands. Honorable MEC and guest, the World Bank has published its latest Global Economic Prospects report for June 2020, painting a bleak picture for global growth amid the COVID-19 pandemic. The bank's baseline forecast for global growth shows a 5.2% contraction in global GDP in 2020. In February, the economics predicted that the South African economy would grow by 0.6%. That is the average number by the end of 2020. Factoring the impact of COVID-19, the same economists predicted that the economy will contract by 8.1%, which is a minus of 8.1%. The human species, and particularly South Africans, we have proved in the past to be a resilient people that have overcome worst human condition imposed on us. History tells us that we survived the Spanish flu pandemic, in which it is estimated having taken 300,000 lives. Those people died within 6 weeks. Our forebears survived and soldiered on. Therefore, we shall also rise again. We shall fight COVID-19 and we shall go back to where we were. In 2012, the Sarah Baartman District Municipality, correctly as the chairperson of the agency have alluded, took a resolution to establish and register a district-wide agency called the Tatatu District Development Agency. The agency's sole purpose, its existence is to work with the district and its local municipalities to attract investors and grow the economy of the district in those areas in which we have both the competitive and comparative advantages. Today we are at Blue Crane Municipality celebrating the fruits of those decisions. This therefore says, as the chairperson have said, political leadership is important. Therefore, the hope it is to be an ongoing groundbreaking achievement across the length and breadth of the district by the agency to develop much needed economic infrastructure and investment. Chair, this is what I always, I meet CFO and say, Doc, this is our district. The regression of the economy of this district will be asked from me and you. We must devise means. The Kucha Development Corporation and East London IDZ have clearly demonstrated the importance of investing in economic infrastructure for investment promotion. We thus urge the local municipalities to work together with the district and its agency in identifying municipal-owned land pockets that would be transformed into productive assets that creates new industries and jobs as well. Honorable Mayor, that is our task. When we met with the Deputy Minister, Mamukapa, Honorable MEC, we said, Mamukapa, it has been more than 20 years by the time I arrived at the district municipality. There were discussions. Mayor Mvoko was the mayor, now the MEC. Engagements with Transnet on pockets of land that they are having, on infrastructure, because there are houses that they are having. Honorable MEC, asikabikho ndaweni. Last time when we were here with the former premier, Tatu Pumulo, there was a guy who said, you speak to the wrong people. I'm the correct one. I took the card, everything. I gave it to the legal person. The legal person said, this is the same person that we are sitting in meetings with. If we have this high expectation, honorable members, I thought all mayors would be here, whereby the agency and its municipalities are to look at the catalyst economic development in their local spaces. The time is now to walk the talk. But there was a commitment that was done, which every municipality agreed upon. We will put 1% of our budget towards the agency and identify a project. Tatumvoko sisahuqa ke. Sisahuqa, asikafiki apho. But it is to revive that commitment that we made. Because it would be unfair that it should be said, ziyenzeka eSomerset, kodwa zenzeki phakuthi. And yet, we didn't fulfill our commitment. In the last 3 years, more than 180 people were directly employed at Stefanotti Stocks Wind Farm Tower Factory, and 5 local subcontractors were contracted. The Stefanotti Stocks investment in the Blue Crane area was estimated at 32 million. The agency facilitated this investment. That is why we say, working together with the agency, we can do better. The time for silo mentality on economic planning amongst the district local municipality is over. This must then be the fact that what the Presidential Commission Committee have said, under the leadership of our President of South Africa, the Honorable Utatu Matamela Cyril Ramaphosa, gave a clear command to all spheres of government to establish district development model across the country. COCTA is the responsible national department coordinating this. Tatumvoko, we already have 3 meetings. Meeting with the Deputy Minister, whereby we've outlined what are the key issues that are cutting across. We've met with the mayors to identify and fill in the gray areas that were not there. The next step now, it is to present to our MECs. This model is a call to actions towards improving the coherence, efficiency, and effectiveness in the implementation of the integrated services by all government entities within a district. At the core of this model is a people-centered development approach. Old habits are to die, as local municipalities are to continue to be inward-looking in advancing their own local-based economic development agenda, as opposed to a district-wide integrated economic development planning. For the district to give input to the DDM, it is required that both political and management leadership, including the agency and supported by the entities that talks to your business, the academia, and the NGOs and the CBOs, we are to provide visionary leadership and conviction in investing necessary resources to conceptualize the framework for the DDM. We call on the local private sector partners, both, when I say both, all those that are in business, all those that intend to be in business, all those that are to be in the receiving end, that we are to take the advantage of what is to happen. The infrastructure is there for us. Therefore, we must build and establish new factories which are to expand and to exist. We also make a special call to the youth who have bright business ideas to come forward and engage with the local municipality and district and the agency as well on how those ideas can be turned into viable businesses. This facility is also yours to take up within the space. The district is fortunate to have the Deputy Minister, Mamo Kapa, as deployed by the President for the district to oversee the implementation of the district development model. We dare not fail the people of Sarabatman district. Without the security of water, as the chairperson have said, for the entire district, Honorable MEC and MP really will be at a disadvantage because potential as well as human consumption, it will negatively affect the district development model grand plans. In this regard, as an executive mayor of Sarabatman district, I engaged the CDA board and management to prioritize the district water security strategy as an apex project. I am happy that the chairperson have raised it here, and also the agency is acting on the matter, starting by forging strategic relations with Kucha Development Corporation. By including the district municipality in this tripartite agreement, it is the development we welcome as political leadership of the district await the quick signing of the Memorandum of Understanding to let the work start as soon as possible. We also recognize the agency's working document on the district-wide Catholic Economic Development Program. It serves as a strong basis for engagement by district stakeholders representing a variety of sectors to ultimately produce a refined district development model blueprint document. As I conclude, Honorable MEC and guests, we wish to thank in advance the Deputy Minister Majola words of support to this initiative. We are equally elated that the debt funded phase 1 of this project, which we say many, many thanks. May this continue. We trust together we can do better. I thank you.
Thank you very much, Executive Mayor, for your statement. I don't want to repeat what you have said. Everyone was listening. But we have emphasized the issue of this is one of the Catholic projects at Blue Crane. Also is phase 1. As a team now, CTA, BCRM, and Sarabatman, we need to go and look for phase 2. But we need to check whether phase 1, the outcomes of phase 1, whether what we are aiming to do is going to be realized. Now I'm going to move with my program. Let me also greet those who have just logged in. We are live on Kit Ngesi FM, Bay FM, and Facebook. So I greet those who are viewing this gathering of today. Now I'm going to call the Honorable MEC, the Speaker of the Day. Let's give him a round of applause, please.
Don't trust this one, that is Thank you very much, Program Director and Mayor. Thank you very much, Program Director and Mayor. Good morning to the members that have attended today. The Honorable Member of Parliament, Honorable Princess Faku. Some of you don't know that she comes from here, or she has roots here. So as I left last night, I knew she was coming, and I went to Chikalapa Air4, because the Mazu Air4, and I Chikalapa can figure Ukona Yana can play lang about Fiki. That one man the Mnangi Sexas, but the Vumelo South Tibana, go to Fikile, Ochona, Gokwabo, Akapuma. Thanks, Honorable Faku. The Honorable Member of the Provincial Legislature, Honorable Knutse. Yes, welcome. This is where I come from. Honorable Knutse is my colleague in Pisho. This is where I come from. I seldom come, but today I was compelled to come. Fortunately, when you guys are oversighting this, you will be on my side and say, I was there when it happened. HOD, we will say, I was there when it happened. Welcome, Honorable Knutse. To the Executive Mayor of Sarah Bartman, Councillor Kekana, to the councillors of Blue Crane Route Municipality, the chairperson of the board, Mr. Tai, the board members, Umama Umkoduka and Umama Ukubek. Tell me a shorter man. And the short got man. Short got man. At some point when I used to work for them, there were more than 3 board members. I think we need to analyze what you have a CEO in your board and tell you what you need. Short. I'll not because cool. So we need to look at that. So to the honorable board members, these people employed me, Mickey, for six years before I joined you guys at province. I used to work for them. When I applied for this project, Mickey did not give it to us. I had meetings with the MEC. I had meetings with the HOD motivating. The board members know. And as soon as they saw about I suspect the application. So I suspect it had to do with me. So, but I'm very grateful that finally the funding has come our way. Senior officials from the provincial government, the head of department of the DEAT, Umama is here, is leading the officials from my department. The DEAT, so whenever you write to me and ask for funds, for money, for projects, you must know there is nothing I can do. I immediately write back to you. SMS, I SMS back to you and say, this is my email address. Please put down, whatever you send me as a text, now it must be in the email. And then once the Fumando email, I send it to her. Because government doesn't work on SMSs. When the AG comes, we've given them 28 million rand. The application was through a text, then I'm in serious trouble. Or someone wants assistance, and the text, I'm in trouble. I don't do that. I receive your text, take to mail email address. Did you put it in writing? Email it to me. They attach here. It goes through the criteria that is set. If you meet the requirements, they will consider it. What's the Somerset Paglo, MEC, then therefore Masimnike. Oh, so about you too. was I jong ba fit and requirements. But fortunately, what I like about them, they will make a follow-up to say, I doch ter, engathi ngohloyi nje lo, xa sendibona ngentloko andiqinisekanga. Kodwa intloko le inenqa engathi yeah. Oh, nguwe ter, okay. Wazawuthi ke ter inhle application yakho but iyashota apha nalapha nalapha. Ngibulungisa ezi zinto. Uphinde uzo-apply kulo nyaka and you must apply and we will assist you. So ngumama ke lo opha department. I'm saying this because last night and today I met young women, Mr. Tai, who have very big ideas. And I told them last night that, Mama, I said, Mama, I will link you with her. She will advise you. She will tell you what to do. I'm sure again, and she will tell you where the challenge is with you, whether you're going to be successful or not. What is it that you need to correct before you can be assisted? Very brilliant ideas. I was impressed. Nomi, one of them is doing products, hair products. She's not linked to Theresa May. She's doing it on her own. And what I like about it is that it's her own initiative, right? She's producing them. Everything is going weird, and she's selling it online. Precisely because of her studies, she did BSc in chemistry. But and when I asked her, she says she has no money. So I said, Nyan, come on to HOT, saw the range of products. I said, you will advise her what to do. She's saying she's manufacturing detergents and all those cleaning materials. We said, you will have to apply. And you will see if when you apply. I don't know about Leon in this equation, but I suppose that they should be coming through you, to you, HOT and Dicho. So yeah, we must link Leon with that. So these are good things. You see, I forgot now I have something to write. You know, last night, one of the things that excites me is that last night I had a very good and wonderful meeting with the business people. It was a free-spirited meeting where you just spoke. You spoke of the real challenges, and we talked to an extent and understood what are the challenges and what next has to be done here without going through the script. That's why I still have that in my mind of what happened last night. And I'm scripted here, I must talk. But the point is we must make sure that we really look for these entrepreneurs and not the youth that is tenderpreneurs. Abavuka kusasa babe ne company because umasipala une project bayodemand aboyonto because immediately phela la company la project kuphelile ngabo and they have nothing to do. When there is a youth that is thinking, Silva, what is it that we can do? As the department, we will support you as long as your project is credible, is sustainable, it meets our requirements. That is what is, that's what we should be doing. But greetings to everyone. Today is a very important day for Somerset East, the Blue Crane local municipality, and the broader Sarapartman region. This day marks the handing over of the site of the construction of the bulk civil and electrical infrastructure for the Somerset East Multi-Purpose Industrial Park. Actually, this is where I should be ending, because that's just in the purpose of today. That's why we are here. Maybe I pay like a speech. Thank you, Honorable Chairperson Program. But let me continue. It's a significant phase in our quest to enable re-industrialization of this park and thus unlocking economic activities and job opportunities in this region. I said last night, that there are things that we must accept, that there are big boys and there are young boys. what troubled me in the meeting of last night is that here there is no business chamber. We met people with big ideas who have been in the industry, who have been business people for more than 30 years. I grew up here, some of them I know, who have made it in business. You could have seen the excitement in their eyes yesterday about this project. And some were saying, Missy, now I will be able to get the charter flights to land here for my business, all of them one by one. And I even asked them, to partner with the municipality. That asset is not an asset of the municipality alone. It's not an asset of the agency alone. It's not an asset of the district municipality nor the department. This is an asset of the people of Blue Crane. It is only through partnership that this asset can actually reach its maximum contribution to the economy of a Blue Crane Route municipality. That's what I said. So they must understand, Uba Paya, one of the biggest problems is because there was no fence and people put cattle in there and the planes could not land because of the cattle in there. Now that they are going to put fence, the business people must come in and say, what next needs to be done there? What can we do to maximize what this asset is supposed to provide? Because you have an industrial park right where you have an airfield. That airfield was 53 million rand. I was still working for the agency when we built that airfield. 53 million rand, we got money to build it. It was done. It's there now, idle. I'm happy that there's this, because now it's going to revive that. Now we are putting bulks in there. It's a good initiative. So I wish to take you through our thinking plans and actions as government and partners in efforts to stimulate economic growth and where the industrial parks fit in the picture. As we emerge from the worst effects of the coronavirus and move to lower levels of lockdown, we are focusing all our energies on recovery from the economic devastation of the pandemic. It's true, Mayor, Lendo COVID and Blue Crane Route, especially Somerset East. Bekade kukuhle isezantsi nambe ndigoduka frequently ngoku isezantsi. Andayazi kwenzeke ntoni zaguquka izitya. Yho, iBlue Crane Route yangunumber 2 kwi-district. Xa ujonga amanani aseSomerset anyuka abheka phezulu. I still don't know what happened. And I don't want to speculate because of my engagement with that department. It's scary. But hopefully they are addressing that situation. So you are affected in Blue Crane hugely. Now I'm going to figure out and visit. I don't visit. I get here, Mamufako, into the meeting. I go and see my mother and greet her, and then come to a meeting like this. From here, I'm gone. Because I cannot take that risk now in Blue Crane. The numbers are shooting, so it's a challenge. So we are emerging from those effects, and I think Blue Crane has been affected hugely as well. And through our provincial structures, we are working off a 5-point plan for economic recovery. The plan focuses on equitable and inclusive transformation, digital transformation, industrialization, and support to productive sectors. The mobilization of public investment as a level for growth and economic infrastructure development. Today is a fitting milestone in that the advancement of the Somerset East Industrial Park embodies almost all elements of our economic recovery thinking. I'm sure to a larger extent some of you know about our plans because we present this plan almost every second week to the whole region, whole district. The investment in bulk infrastructure at the industrial park is a product of the Provincial Economic Stimulus Fund. The fund has its roots in the drive for economic growth that was triggered by the President in 2018 when he put together a range of measures to ignite economic activity, strengthen investor confidence, and create jobs. So the National Stimulus Recovery Plan included the establishment of an infrastructure fund. As noted by the President recently, infrastructure is the flywheel of our economy. And in keeping with the national drive for economic growth, the Provincial Executive Council in its September Lekgotla in 2018 took a decision to allocate funds to stimulate the local economy by targeting key sectors that have a potential to turn around the economy in the short to medium term. This comes in the form of the Provincial Economic Stimulus Fund, which consists of an allocation of about 1.07 billion rand over 3 years. And whose main objective is to fund, implement, and monitor catalytic economic development initiatives and projects aimed at unleashing opportunities that grow the economy, enable economic developments, as well as growth, trade, and investment. And these activities or initiatives are envisaged to trigger a chain reaction of positive economic outcomes that are far greater than the initial input. Currently, the fund is supporting 15 initiatives in sectors such as ICT, agriculture and agro-processing, manufacturing, oceans economy, tourism, township and rural economies, and the film sector. And furthermore, a key component of the fund is industrialization support. And here we can mention support to the development of the Wild Coast, SEZ, as well as infrastructure investment in industrial parks. So the revitalization of the Eastern Cape state-owned industrial parks remains a key priority to enable re-industrialization of sectors in the province. The main objectives of this province are to accelerate economic development in lagging regions, to support job creation in manufacturing and related sectors, to remove barriers related to infrastructure, market access and institutional and support firm level of competitiveness, to provide new opportunities and support the high growth in the townships, to assist regions to build, strengthen and develop strategic industrial capabilities, and to develop sustainable industrial clusters on the back of the old industrial assets in those regions. So through funding from the Department of Trade, Industry and Competition, the then DTI, now DTIC, and the Provincial Economic Stimulus Fund, 192.9 million rand has been allocated to critical upgrading of infrastructure at all parks across the province. And these parks are Timbaza in Buffalo City, Timbaza Industrial Park, Komani Industrial Park, Vulindlela in Tata, and this Somerset East Industrial Park, which is in Sarabatman region. So the allocation has gone to these parks. And infrastructure projects have already started in 4 of the 5 mentioned industrial parks. As each park will be at a different level of development, it's important to note that infrastructure projects are implemented in different phases. Phase 1, security infrastructure, upgrade, fencing, street lighting, top structure, and critical electricity requirements. Top structure, upper sunshine, top structure. Phase 2, engineering designs and construction of new and existing roads, bulk water supply and sewage treatment plants, or industrial effluent control. Phase 3, upgrading electricity infrastructure and build new top structures in line with the expansion program of the parks. And lastly, phase 4, the development of sustainable industrial clusters in the parks. So these parks need to be upgraded to provide world-class services to current and future industrial investors in the province. Hence, we are most excited today to celebrate the commencement of the first phase infrastructure project in the Somerset East Industrial Park. I know, okay, once indeed the first phase, there is hope for the second phase. And it can't, I am almost on and under the Provincial Economic Stimulus Fund, the Somerset East Industrial Park has been allocated 28 million rand towards the development of bulk infrastructure and internal services. And the current phase of the development of the park consists of the construction of services for 40 plots within the industrial park. The bulk services construction work entails stormwater, sewage and electricity bulk services, as well as upgrading of the access road. Now, the Somerset East Industrial Park will now form part of the broader Eastern Cape Industrial Park revitalization program to ensure industrialization is achieved throughout the province and not just concentrated in the main economic hubs of the province. So it gives an opportunity for you to be counted amongst those economic hubs of the province. This will represent a considerable boost to economic activities and job opportunities in the region in the immediate and near future. So, I leave you with 3 tasks that would ensure that what would happen in this industrial park would benefit the people of Somerset East. I spoke to the chairperson, I spoke to the CEO, and I said to them this morning, one of the your biggest strengths would be to what extent do you consult all stakeholders involved. So you must engage in a rigorous program of consultation. Ingapheleli kuni lento. Funeka niphume ngoku nithi izawuchaphazela ubani lento yale industrial park and do that consultation. I know that at 7 or 8 years ago, there was consultation of all of these projects, including the airfield. But now, there's money. So funeka niphume ngoku. Nibize bonke abantu abachaphazela ka stakeholders, whether nidibana zo one by one okanye nidibana zo ndawoninye, and to explain that nansi project, nansi funding, kuza kwenzeka loo nto. That is very important. The second one, Hofke, I said this as a task to the business people last night, that they must speed up the process of the establishment of the chamber. Because in order for this industrial park to perform at a higher level, they need the support of the business chamber. Because those people have been in business for a long time. They have ideas. In Bakazela, I mean, you will have about 6 wind farms at all here. Upper Sarabatman is the only district that will actually have 13 wind farms in the province. It's 6 here and 5 on the other side. Zimbini nodes are. It's the Kocha Kokama and here, Blue Crane, which cuts across to the next municipality. But in all, Sarabatman will host 13 of these independent power producers. So they must be called. They must be called, Duma, into a meeting, all 6 of them. Must talk to them, Mickey. We must say to them, nina balapha intoni le niyithengayo niyithenga phi ngephi factory supplier nini, so that we use this industrial park, so that there's no need yokuba aba as the components of those must be bought elsewhere when you're going to have 6 of them here as the independent power producers. The base for the towers of the wind farms were manufactured here by Stefanity Stocks, who left for the Northern Cape. That factory, Bilab, actually employed so many people from Somerset East. It closed down and left Nagutaya in Northern Cape. But we want factories like those to come back. We need to engage, therefore, the independent power producers, ensure that we have that. So many of all of those industries that are here, we must engage them. We might have to get into a program, Mayor, of also looking at all of those manufacturing or whatever industries that we have in town, for them to stop operating next to normal houses, residential areas. Must move into the industrial park. We need to do that. If you look on the other side of town, you have so many of them that are operating there. Here's the industrial park. But that can only happen through engagement. But the second task is ensuring that there's a business over here. And the last one is the partnership I spoke about. That the municipality must form a strong relationship with the business people. The role of government, whether national, provincial, or local, role of government is to create a conducive environment for economic development. That's our role. But now, you can only do that if you have a very good relationship with the business. So you must get closer to that chamber that will be formed. You must establish this chamber. But as you establish, make sure about Nini, you, the business people, must call it, not the municipality. Nina, the municipality must call it. Secondly, you must elect business people. As funny reps, the sport, reps and all, we want, it's a business chamber. You must elect business people to lead the business chamber. No, if I get politicians, the council is as male, we're missing all of them. No, we don't want politicians there. We don't want reps of sectors. It's a business chamber. It must be composed of business people, and they must drive it. I don't know. I gave them. I'm hoping they will heed the time frame, and we will have that business chamber in the shortest of time. Marius, the Alibala Kangbanam for business chambers. Ucholingan. So Mr. Cholingan must link Mr. Cholingan with Dr. Blow, so that they can talk to the business people, so they facilitate that. I'm doing this, ladies and gentlemen, because if we could do that, it is one good step that will make sure that it will protect this industrial park. One of the reasons why it was vandalized, because it was just there. Now, if you're talking an activity, big way, yeah, attract a land vandalism. We can't put 81 million rand down the drain as government. We've got to protect this. Mandieke uthetha kakulu, honorable chairperson. I heard you, Mayor, on the Transnet properties. We're coming a long way with that. I heard you. We might have to have another bilateral on that one. Maybe head of department will advise me who to speak to assist on those things. was driving to Willowmore yesterday, and some of the things I've seen with Transnet Properties is quite shocking. So, but let me not talk about it. We'll have that bilateral, and Weishoti will advise me who to speak to, and then I will also start that engagement that you have been doing so well in Sarah Parkman. I remember Councillor DeForce, who's now mayor of Bearsnood here, was leading this and went to almost every door of Transnet Properties to deal with this. I'm shocked to hear that nothing has happened, but we will do that. Thank you very much, Honorable Mayor and Honorable Program Director.
Thank you very much, Honorable MEC. Masiphinde simqhwabeleni kakhulu. Thank you very much, MEC. MEC will share again a homework on those 3 tasks we need to do. He will ask us what is the progress regarding those tasks. As we are moving downwards now, we are going to the next item. Paipungi instead of item, MEC. Instead of item, Paipungi. Uzokhumbule ndingumeya ndingu-speaker. So ilento ndizazi into this item. Can we call Umama Ukuber to do for us the vote of them?
It's afternoon now. Oh, it's still morning. Good morning, everyone. Hey, the list that Uzi gave me in terms of the very important people that are here, I won't finish it today. So allow me to just highlight those that are very, 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 not that there's no one who is important, but the very, very, very important people in this. MEC, thank you for gracing us. Our Member of Parliament, the councillors that are here, my district mayor that I grew up in front of, Mayor Wetu Program Director, everyone who's here, the council members, the officials, our HOD Betu, Umamumiki, everyone, guys, allow me to say all protocol observed. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I greet you in my wonderful name of Jesus Christ, my Savior. Amen. My task is very, very easy. It's just to say thank you. And I can choose to say thank you and go and sit down, program director. But if I do that, I will be doing an injustice to this occasion. First and foremost, allow me to thank our Honorable MEC for gracing us. Hey, Puti, we're coming a long way. And Kwazim not because you are an MEC. I know you from the days of being the district mayor of Icacatu. A passionate man, a man of development. It is not by accident that is in that portfolio. I am not buying his face. A humble soul, a person who lives by his word. No one is greater than anyone, Kuye. Everybody is equal. The patience in listening. You know, even when he was the CEO in our board, nobody was young ku Mr. Mvoko. Nobody was unimportant ku Mr. Mvoko. Few of his caliber with politics still exists. And I must say, we are really blessed to have you in this portfolio in our province. And I'm praying that the Lord protect you and keep you the way you are. and stay as you are. I don't have words. That is why yesterday you were with us the whole night, irrespective of being cold. Today, you are here with us. And I know, under your leadership, we cannot regress back in economic development. Thank you very much. To our district mayor, I had the pleasure of growing in front of her. She was my teacher in primary, a woman who always fights for the better of everyone. Thank you for gracing us. Jody and the staff, Somerset for being here, your staff for working tirelessly to make sure this event today becomes a success. Enkosi kakhulu sisi. Thank you very much. Mamu Princess, a member of the parliament, I didn't jump you, Sisi. Thank you. I know you are so busy. To my CEO, and Mbon, oh, Nankia, Mr. Sunshine Blue. And yes, Lento, we seem to have all the people of Somerset East in positions. No, but it's a discussion for another day. I mean, MEC, Somerset, Parliament, Somerset, CEO, Somerset. We can go on and on. Rafrinet, we're only two, but it's fine. To my CEO, you know, CEO,